Hey everybody, Brandon here with Player Hater Gaming to be your host and game master for tonight's episode of Tales of the Skytorn. As per usual, every stream I'm going to look at my people who are running everything and make sure I have audio. But if you can hear me, let me know you can hear me and everything's coming through okay. But I'm getting thumbs up, so that means it's good. Well, we've got a huge episode ready planned for tonight. At least I do. I did a lot of planning for this, so I'm really excited to get to it. So I'm just going to take a really big breath and power through all these announcements. Ace Ventura style. I should have actually rehearsed that and just spilled through all of them the way he does. I love those movies. That's a callback right there for a lot of us.
Mm-hmm.
But in all seriousness, if you have not done so, please head over to our lovely places where we do a lot of things. We have our link tree where it has our YouTube, our Discord links, it has our Instagram where you get updates on our schedule and all the times we stream and all the fun things we do. Speaking of Discords, we have two of them. The first one being, of course, the official Player Hater Gaming Discord, where you can come share memes, talk life, play some D&D, get some stuff here and there. Just a good old grand time. But if you really want to have fun, you're going to head over to our West Marcher style server, Ashurma, where it is an incredible place. The full title of that incredible land and the lore behind it, the Land of Prosperity. Ashurma is a West Marches based server where there is an incredible community and a great culture of GMs, DMs. There are quest givers, people who write original stories, a lot of homebrew campaigns. It's a great place to come learn to play D&D, or if you want to come learn how to be a GM, it's an incredible place. So give them a check. Outside of that, if you have lovely channel points, you would like to use them, feel free to do so, as I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all could use some help dice, especially going into tonight.
Yes.
So, I know.
Yeah, I definitely do.
Drakix needs some, Doctor needs some, Levikazan needs some, Red, Eva.
I should be full up.
Eva should be full up. Red. I know you're not, so give her some.
Yeah.
I just know.
Yeah, she just uses all of her things.
That's good. You should.
Yeah.
I still have a full stack of GM Bane dice, so feel free to use those as you see fit.
How are we looking on the deck?
The deck, there are fingers on a card waiting to be drawn, so it's been a few sessions in the making, but it's going to be happening.
Chaos, chaos, chaos.
Nah, I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
And
who probably pulled it? This guy.
You'll find out. Lovely announcements out of the way. It takes a patience card. Okay. I can utilize... I'm not going to scratch off the one that's being drawn, but the next one's much easier to integrate. If I can find my ruler to make my mark, because they must be straight marks when I scratch them off.
Isn't that what the crayons are for?
Shh.
No. Remember, he eats the crayons as he's using them.
Yeah. Alrighty then. Well, with all those things handled, am I forgetting anything? Don't believe so.
No.
Well then, why don't we go ahead and get into tonight's episode of Tales of the Skytorn. In the year 208 PT, a world once grounded by tradition and mystery was forever altered. The events leading to the tearing and uprooting of the lands have faded into legend, leaving us with a mystifying era known only as Post-Torn. Player Hater Gaming welcomes you to the realm of Ulthana, where our journey takes us high above the clouds, into a realm of wonder and peril, a world composed of dozens of floating islands, each a unique culture unto itself, safe from the dangers lurking below. In this world of soaring islands and untold mysteries, danger lurks in every corner. Heroes and adventurers are born out of necessity, for the unknown has a way of finding its way into even the most tranquil of places. Meet our heroes who will shape the destiny of the Skytorn realm. Drakix, the unlikely but unyielding paladin. a beacon of virtue and strength. Red, the talented sorceress, wielding the elements with unmatched prowess. Eva, the warlock, possesses supernatural prowess, fueled by a pact of unknown origin and intent. Lovikazan, the indomitable barbarian, a force of nature and raw power. And lastly, the Doctor, the masterful wizard, unlocking the secrets of the arcane with every incantation. These 5 souls, each with their own path, will converge in a tale of adventure, wonder, and intrigue. Join them as they explore uncharted territories and uncover the secrets of this realm. Welcome to Tales of the Skytorn. And welcome back, everybody. Last we left off, the adventuring party that had come together under the singular name of the Cursed Crew, after having many losses, wins, and incredible stories to tell, they had found themselves in the unique location of an island known as the Shattered Temple, residing in the Undercloud, deep beneath the surface of the Cloud Ocean, a place incredibly, honestly, out of time and out of location. This enchanted place having some sort of arcane bubble wrapped around it to ensure that the Cloud Ocean did not overtake it, as those who lived here were stuck here, but making a good life for themselves, and the party finding out a bit about them. They themselves have been brought here through a bit of fate, perhaps a tug of destiny. Unsure exactly how they could plan their escape outside of a very dangerous journey to ferry themselves 2 or 3 at a time back and forth. They decided that while they were here, they would continue to investigate the history of one of the party members, the sorceress known as Red.
Yee.
Currently, the party is out and about various parts of this island. The Doctor staying with the Flamekeeper to assist in writing various things needed for a ritual that has been proposed.
Mm-hmm.
Eva staying with them to absorb as much as she could and also get a little bit of a helping hand for some other things.
Being
Red,
the proverbial fly on the wall.
fly on the wall. Red and Levikazan had made their way to the very far furthest forward point of kind of the shoehorn style shape that this island is in, where they found a very particular tabaxi druid who could assist them in regrowing some of the rare plants and herbs they had brought back from another world entirely. And then Drakix had taken a Air Genasi relic hunter with him into the temple. Parts of it had been partially excavated by this singular person, so progress wasn't exactly staggering. But there was a change in some of the cleared out debris, dirt, and various things that had shooken and taken new shape as the island was lifted from the ground and away from the calamity below. Drakix, you have cast your spell Shatter.
I took a page out of Red's book. Instead of saying, I don't care about the size of the room and cast Fireball, I went, I don't care about the room or stability. Brick a hole.
Now, when has Red ever said, I don't care about the size of the room, I cast Fireball? Ever.
Drakix, I'm going to drag you onto the map.
Mm-hmm.
And only you.
Uh-huh.
For stream's sake, are we getting to see that?
Not yet.
Okay.
It's not my fault, I swear.
Uh-huh.
So you had backed up as far as you could, wanting to get the 55, 60 feet away, but unfortunately the dimensions of the hallway you're in do not allow for that. You are still pretty far back,
Mm-hmm.
as the relic hunter known as Galen is there behind you. You have kind of sheltered him as you reached out with your left claw, kind of peering around the corner. And you watch as this arcane force shoots out of your hand. Make a perception check for me.
Alrighty. That is, yeah, no, that's a 19 because I have no help die.
Okay. As you cast a spell, you watch as it passes the door that's just to your left. You watch as a small bit of magic is almost pulled off of the spell and funnels into the door. And you see a quick flash of arcane light over the door as the remainder of your spell continues forward, striking the debris, but not with quite the damage you're looking for. Roll half the damage dice for that spell, please.
Okay. Is that the door that's not a door?
That's a door, that's not a door.
Okay. I wanted to make sure of that.
Yep. And for you, it
doesn't
is
give me
right
an
here on your
option.
left.
Yep. So that'll be 9 total damage.
Okay. So there is a doesn't collapse the hallway, thankfully, but there is a bit of a reverberation. Some dust settles below you, and there is a bit of an explosion at the front of this pile of rocks, but not enough to dissipate it. You feel you could, with careful precision.
He's completely ignoring that now. Seeing the magic get filtered, he's just like, his eyes are like there, and then all of a sudden it's just, oh, oh, and he just walks towards it, and he's just like, huh. Interesting. Very interesting. He's going to, let's see. I have no spells that in essence target anything beyond shatter, and he's definitely not casting that on the wall. You know what? He's going to put his hand on the door and cast a level 1 cure wounds, just to see like what happens if the actual magic is in contact with it.
Okay.
And to feel what happens. Yeah.
Place your dragonborn hand on the door, and you can see now there are just very faintest signs of light over some runes. And you cast this spell. You feel it basically pulled from your body, not finding a target, but finding something to be pulled into. And you watch as a few more things light up.
At this moment in time, he's just going to look like eyes practically still on the door, turning his face. Gavin, I need you to write down every single thing that we have on this thing that appears, as I'm going to do something probably ridiculously stupid at this moment in time.
He will walk over and kind of, you see him quickly reach through his satchel, pull out a journal, and open it up and grab some, like a quick piece of, like, basically like chiseled down charcoal to write with.
And I'm going to pump 3 level 1 and a level 2 spell slot. Actually, no, sorry, not just that. Where is that ability? Harness Divine Power in order to regain my level 2 slot. So that it's 2 full level 2s and 3 level 1s into the door.
Okay.
Worth of spell power.
As you begin to place divine power into this door, you feel there is no need to expend your channel divinity.
Okay.
After your 3 additional cure wounds, all the runes complete a circle, and where the door was once smooth, you watch as down the middle it splits, and begins to open and submerge itself to the left and to the right into the wall.
Okay, not gonna lie. Drac is immediately, like, outwardly, he's standing there. He's just like keeping an eye on things. Internally, he's screaming like a schoolgirl because all his head is just secret tunnel.
As you look into this room, you can see there appear to be a couple different sources of light. Notably, their colors. Do you move into the room or do you stay at the doorway?
He's going to go and block the doorway
Okay.
to get like a
Looking at-
better idea, like standing pretty much like right where the door was, not passing the threshold or anything.
Looking in, you can see immediately there are 5 statues,
Mm-hmm.
and there are 4 sources of light. There's a blue hue, a green hue, a golden hue, and a red hue.
Okay. He once again turned to Gavin. We need this described exactly as we see here, as we are not going to do the stupid, because I have done level 1 stupid. We are not doing
Please
level 2
start writing.
stupid.
Right. Honestly, after this point, I don't know much about this place. Do I have to go with you?
Of course. What do you think the fact that I was going to leave you out in the dirt in order not to let you wander around and actually understand the secrets that are of this place, because you brought me here to the door and we found out using a stupid method how to open the door?
I'd rather not go in there.
Yeah, you're still coming with us anyway. But we're gonna do it when we get everybody, because we're not, once again, not doing the absolute stupid. As this is clearly telling me this will be a stupid if we walk in, because I'm pretty sure the door's gonna close, and he's gonna walk back into the hallway
Okay.
just to double check to see if the door closes.
You walk to the hallway, door does not close.
He's like, okay, at least we proved that one. Okay. You have everything marked? Colors, positions, everything? Okay, good. Let's get the hell back to the rest of them and show all of them the fact that we can find things by following. Wait, no, if I do say that to her, she's just going to end up having a bigger head. Never mind. We're not going to say that to her. And he's just going to make sure. Okay, good to know. At least now we know.
He looks
And
over.
What?
Just strange.
No, I'm pretty sure the fact that it depends on how much magic is put into the door. More
Right.
power probably holds it open for more. The only thing is we don't know if there's a way out. And I'm definitely not going to stay in there in order to find out. So let's go get the rest of them, come back, and yeah.
Okay. So you head out.
Yep.
I'll go ahead and put you back on the main map.
Drac is still going to be humming the entire time. He's just like, I found a secret.
I just realized I haven't made you guys a main landing page for this area yet. I am so
No, you never
sorry.
did.
Well, I know what I'm doing. What I'm doing this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Making a landing page. This will work for now. Eventually, you get back to the Flamekeeper. It's late.
Mm-hmm.
During this time that's passed, as it has been some time, Doctor
Yep.
Wood, go ahead and give me
Mhm.
your Arcana check.
All right. No D4.
What is your current Arcana modifier?
Does not matter, my friend. I rolled a 1.
It's for future notes.
My modifier is plus 11.
Gotcha.
But I rolled a 1 for a total of 12.
Please hold. Okay. So since you rolled a 1, your efforts do not account for the day.
It was only research. He was only studying like
To be
a
fair.
proper school child.
No. To be fair, I'm completely fucked as far. I have no spell slots. Like Doc
That's
has
fine.
used every resource he
Yeah.
has today.
The day closes. The Flamekeeper doesn't seem disgruntled, just it's been a while since he's had to work like this before. It's been some time. But the giant drafting board the two of you are working on now is starting to see some progress. And he kind of turns to you and Eva. Well, I understand it has been a long journey for all of you. Why don't you go get some rest?
Yes, I believe some sleep would do me some good. I'm still exhausted from today's ventures.
Well, I will see you in the morning.
Yes, you will.
He'll turn to Eva and lower his head slightly. You are welcome as well. And as I said, when we get to the portion where we will be using the arcane to protect ourselves from being seen, I will ensure to set some of that aside for you. If there's nothing else, you are welcome to leave.
Doc will take, a slight bow, I guess you can say, because he more as a respect thing, because he knows he's working with a master, and he's definitely not a master. I'll need to. Actually, I do have one question.
Yes.
Because I don't believe you came up in our conversations. What school of magic was your expertise in?
Mine was in conjuration.
Well, that seems to be quite a few conjuration masters lately.
At the time, it was probably the most widely used.
I guess that should explain it. I've met 2 already. One teleported on our ship by accident. But another
That
story
is
for another day.
quite dangerous.
It was a mishap.
I see.
He was quite lucky.
I'm glad they survived.
I am too. I made a good, powerful friend out of it. But that being said, won't take up any more of your time. I'm sure you need the rest as much as I do.
Thank you.
And I'll take his
He
leave.
sees you out very kindly, then closes the kind of like, again, that's just like a tarp.
Mm-hmm.
Closes it over.
Doc looked at Eva. So, where is everybody?
About this time, Tracker should come wandering up with Galen.
There is like he's walking normally, but his tail is definitely skipping. He's just like
I would say I know where the ladies are, but Red would skin me alive for calling her a lady. So,
So true.
I assume they went off looking for something because they took the plants with them.
You
Well,
did
yes,
know where they were headed. You were part of the conversation in hearing it.
Yeah.
Yes.
They were looking for a druid or something.
Yes. I mean, look at Jack, see how happy he is.
Would you blow up?
Ah, funny. True, but also funny. So remember that door that our wonderful seeker here mentioned that wasn't a door, but possibly was a door?
Yes.
I was able to open it.
Really?
You
It's
were able to
magically
blow it
inclined.
up.
No. What happened was I tried to blow up the rubble at the end of the hallway to try to go further, and then I realized that it's sucking up magic, which is how I managed to open it.
Well, seems technology from that era that's quite common so far, common theme at least. So yeah, that would make
But there
sense.
was a couple of things, and I was not. So I did one stupid by trying to blow open the passage, which ended up realizing that. But I was not going to be doing the other stupid of walking into the room without any of you there in order to. Well, if I were to say this out loud, I could already hear Red screaming from the other side. Haha, I would do it. Save my ass. So I decided to just peer in from the doorway, see what's there. We have a recording of it, as thankfully Gavin actually did me the favor of writing everything down as I was focused on what was around us to make sure we weren't skewered. And we immediately came back. The door does close after a certain amount of time, so I'm pretty sure the amount of magic equates to how long the door stays open.
Fair enough. Well, I imagine we wouldn't need to worry about time when we do go visit it. I imagine.
Well, I just wanted to make sure that we have all the notes. We bring everybody together, take a night, look at it, read what the runes say on the door itself before it opens, describe what we saw in the room, and therefore we can figure out a plan going forward.
Well, as much as I would love to look at the runes, I think I've had my fill today.
It's just words on paper currently.
And I am exhausted.
Fine. I wanted to pick your brain, Eva's brain, Red's brain.
It'd be better
And
to pick mine when it's fresh.
so how about this? You drink, you listen. Tomorrow we go over it again, and then we talk about it. This way, you know, and we could be fine, and I could be entertained. Let's go back over to. Wait. He may actually want in on this too. Screw it. Let's go back over to Breeze. Pretty sure everybody's there anyway. And Drake just starts walking over to Breeze's.
Okay.
All right. Doc looks at Eva. Well, I mean, he's heading over there anyways. Cassandra's there already, and I think directionally, the girls should be heading back towards Breeze.
Do we know that for certain, DM?
You do know that the side they were told to go on is the same side where Captain Breeze's homestead is. It's just where they were going is much further out. It's at the very tip of that side.
If anything, we can spot them on their way passing and call them over. Assuming they're coming back.
I mean, I would hope they're coming back. But,
Yeah. I tend to, when I've learned with Zon to always prepare for the unexpected.
You got that from Zon and not from the other two? Really?
To be fair, I expect it from the other two.
But that's my point. You would have learned it from them first.
They're also magically trained, to be fair. Zon's
That's
not.
debatable. That's debatable.
Well, you're aware of you're aware of things magically. Like, I don't need to be there to swat your hand away from buttons. Usually.
I was gonna say we haven't gotten to that point because they haven't been shiny enough.
Pull the levers on.
Levers
Not
on.
even as you start saying pull, she's already pulled it.
Already done. Yeah.
Yeah. I love her, but I do know that she does need a helping hand every now and then, even when she doesn't admit it.
You know, you probably could teach her some magic.
I know I could, but it's also it would need to be something she's interested in. My version of magic is not for everybody.
How about detect magic so she knows when to not pull the lever?
If anything, it makes it shinier and makes her want to pull it.
Eva
I know.
just sighs and starts
Good point.
walking.
Think about it. I could say you see a pile of gold, or you see a pile of gold, and one of those coins is glowing.
Drac would have immediately snatched it.
Like, if
Congratulations, you found a mimic coin that consumes other coins, 1 per day.
at least it's not a mimic dragon horde.
We have two
Lord.
Dracs. We have 2 Dracs, which is worse.
The other one, because it's the DM.
That is very fair.
So as the 3 of you head back towards where Captain Breeze is, as if through perfect Hollywood timing, Levikazan and Red are also strolling up to Captain Breeze's place.
I believe we were brooming it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were what?
Brooming.
Yep, going fast on the broom.
You were, yep.
Yep,
So
zooming past.
Doctor, Eva, Drakix, you watch as Red and Levikazan fly up on the broom.
I feel like it's we're going really fast and then we pull up because we see them. There's a
Oh,
wave
absolutely.
of dust behind us.
Do you do the Akira stop with it?
Yeah.
When you pass your friend on the highway and have to turn around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Tokyo drift the broom.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Make a dexterity check.
I
Aw.
saw that coming a mile away.
Roll
Fuck
for
yes.
Tokyo Drift.
Roll for
Roll.
Tokyo
Both of us?
Drift.
Good
Sure.
Lord.
Fuck yeah.
At least it's a dex check.
Dex
Yeah.
check.
Yeah, she's absolutely re-rolling that.
19.
Okay.
Wait, why would you re-roll that? It's fine.
No, it was an 11. This is
Yeah,
Almost
that's fine.
in uncanny sync. Both of you know what you want to do. You actually Red, you kind of lean in and you barrel down the broom, willing it to go a little bit faster than normal.
Uh-huh.
And then last minute you kind of put your foot in the ground and you drag your heel so the tail end side swings around as the 2 of you just completely go around the party in a wide arcing drift of the broom, and then you stop right in front of them.
So.
Mini card comes out 9.5 because there is no fire. And puts it away. And on the card it says no flames. Minus 0.5.
Hmm.
He is hearing tiny gnomish voices. I wonder if you know how they live in Faerun.
I just love having this gag ready to go. Not gonna lie.
So our trip was successful for the most part.
Fairly decent, though fur-filled.
Yeah, very fur-filled.
Full-filled or fur-filled?
Both.
Fur.
Yeah, plants are planted. Might go back and learn some more about planting with, time here. And
So your red hand's gonna have a green thumb?
pretty sure my hands aren't red.
Well, that's because you haven't slain anything recently. But yeah,
Oh, that's
close
true.
enough. Anyway,
Right.
We opened the door that couldn't be opened and saw some crap.
In the temple ziggurat area?
Uh-huh.
Right.
I try to blow things up, and because
Whoa,
Phoenix.
whoa, whoa. You tried to blow up the thing that's
No.
about?
There was rubble. There was rubble down the hallway. I tried to break open the path, and that's when I realized that the door pulled the magic.
Right.
That's what I did. Look, ask Gavin. Was there not an explosion? Was I not aiming for the end of the hall with the rubble with my spell?
Yeah, I'm definitely questioning life choices.
Right.
Drac is immediately going to put his arm over his shoulders. Like, just remember, those life choices brought me into your life. The joy, the beauty of it. And also, I'm
You're
getting you the
not-
fuck out of here.
It's also not the
You see
explosive
the look
one.
of a very defeated man.
I knew you would see it my way. I appreciate you, Gavin, currently. But anyway, let's go inside. Let us understand the runes, and then understand the reason why. There's 4 little flames inside the room with 5 statues of a phoenix. Yeah.
Right. Right. She would have so much more to say right now if there was not an extra person here.
Eva just doesn't even acknowledge the statement and goes to save Breeze from her child.
Drac is also very curious to see how much chaos and also white hairs Breeze has grown in the last few hours.
Galen is going to go to his tent and leave you
Mhm.
all to yourselves.
I'm
You
definitely
guys
going to be
thought-
grabbing the papers from him that have everything, so that we could go over it. That way he
He
could rest.
removes
And,
the papers from his journal and gives them to
yes, that is perfect. I'm not trying to take all of his secrets, just
Yet.
the things that we
Yet.
uncovered. Yeah, listen, all right? He doesn't need to know the fact that I'm going to steal him blind later.
You head inside.
Mm-hmm.
You can instantly smell remnants of a dinner. Smells pretty good. And you look over and you can see Breeze is just kind of sitting back in a chair, reading something, sipping a very kind of short glass of some kind of dark amber liquid. And you look over in the candlelight and you can see just completely sprawled arms and legs over a small wooden chair is an incredibly passed out Cassandra. And he's just sitting there just reading. Welcome back.
You look to be in one piece.
Oh, I've handled worse things than this.
Oh, right, I forgot you were around Drakex for forever.
He did basically race track.
Yeah, you want a squirrely child, that one right there. I'm surprised he ain't made of fur instead of scales.
That could be arranged.
Right.
Drac
Yeah.
just shrugs. He's just like, eh?
Eh?
But also at the same time, he puts the papers all on the table.
Take it y'all had a good adventure out there already?
They did.
Good. Well, I'll leave you to it. There's some left over on the table. You can see there's enough food for all of you.
Drac has put down all the papers containing like all the information that from the room. At the same time, has already gone get a plate and put like half of it, like a good portion on there, and sat down. Is already eating as he looks over everything now at this point, just like really to focus. He's like, okay,
And Breeze will kind of stand up, take his book and the drink with him, and he will head outside to the porch.
Yeah, Red's gonna be poring over those papers. Is there anything she recognizes?
No, there's not. There's obviously iconography that would make sense, but not so much in a sense that you remember it, just in a sense that makes sense. It's of a Phoenix theme.
Right, got it.
Jack is going to point to the first set. These are the ones on the door. Then he's going to point to the drawings and everything else, and this was inside the room.
Doc will look over him after he gets himself some food, and can he make out anything about these? Like what kind of spells were enchanted into them?
Into
The runes. But he made a copy of the runes, so I imagine he can decipher them to get an answer for what spells are in it.
right. I would say you get part of it, but excuse me, it will mostly be Red and Eva that will be able to read what's written down.
Oh, yes. What does she
Mushrooms.
read?
You read that once they were fully lit up, it says, "Sacrifice unto thee, and a passage shall be given."
You said you threw magic at the door?
Mm-hmm.
How much?
After the shatter, when it pulled some away, which kind of like made it glow a little bit, it was 4 lay on hands. I'm sorry, not 4 lay on hands. 4 cure wounds into the door.
Hmm.
At my low option, the weakest version of it that I can currently. And then the door opened. So technically, maybe 5 cure wounds would have done it. Roughly,
Right.
I think.
Makes sense.
Did it close back?
Yes, after entered time, because Jack would have also been kind of keeping an eye on that too.
Make an intelligence check.
Was Jack too excited to realize? Well, fuck, I have a
We'll see.
0. I got a
You-
donut for this.
You kind of were.
No, that is a nat 20.
Through
Nice.
your excitement, you watch this. Drakix, you answer before you realize you answered. You just spit out 30 seconds, and you keep going. Then you realize, wait a minute. It was 30 seconds. Like you answered, like you ever spell a really difficult word right the first time, and you super judge yourself?
Yeah.
It's like that. Like you spit the answer out, and you keep going. Like, wait, was it? It was.
Every single day.
You
I
have
hate
no idea how true that statement is for me.
That's how it is. You could ask that question, you spit out the answer, and then you go on for a few more seconds, and you realize I did get it right.
Right. So we stand the risk of potentially being shut in there without time to do things.
No. From what I saw, because I only stood within the threshold, I did not pass the threshold.
Right.
There was, besides the 5 statues kind of in the shape of a cross with the 4 lights around the corners, there would also look to have been 2 paths on the doorway opposite us, as well as on the left side wall, if we walked into that room.
Right. So there's possibly another way out, or maybe magic back into the door again to get out. I'm not sure.
Or something
was-
further in.
Yeah, I was also not going to, once again, I did a stupid and found out something, but I was not going to do another stupid and get trapped down there. That way you could come by and be like, open the door and just be like, haha, I had to come and save your scaly ass again. No, not doing it.
How pragmatic of you. That's unusual.
He does have this pride to worry about, so that makes sense.
Right. You
And
do have a
also,
point.
what is the point in me finding out all the secrets about everything we do when it has to pertain to you, and I don't get to see your face when you come to realize, holy crap.
Right. Or, better yet, me discovering them first.
Exactly. Then I get to see the holy crap, try to find an artist that actually kind of like make it and be like, look, here's you as a toy now.
Right. So blindfold you for the whole experience. Got it?
Fuck.
Sounds like a fun time.
Not as fun as other times with blindfolds, but that's neither here nor there.
Drake just bites his tongue.
Eva does as well, but for an entirely different reason.
That's
Obviously
the lower
tired.
limits.
It is probably the same reason the Drac is biting his tongue. We're not talking about it.
Nope, that's a different episode. Skytorn After Dark.
What do you mean? It's called Skytorn Pre-Session?
That too.
Skytorn, under cloud and under covers.
Love that. I love that so much.
You need to write that down somewhere.
You're welcome.
So what you're saying is we're gonna start recording those pregame sessions so we can put them on Patreon.
Oh goodness. Is
Right.
there anything
So,
else you all go ahead?
what's the plan for tomorrow?
Well, I need to go back into the Flame Keeper and continue working. Didn't really make much progress today, but we did basically map out what we want to do. So
Which will give us a little bit of time to explore, or should we wait for that until...
that's up to all of you. Honestly, this probably will take most of my attention, if I'm being honest.
Right.
Knowing what is all going into what he's working on, I would wait for him to finish.
Right. So,
Because apparently there's some that in
funny enough. It's like I didn't have to close out of mine. The moment that you guys started dropping,
Oh.
mine just went right back to normal.
Well, Jackix froze, then Levikazon froze. And I was like, oh no, am I the one freezing?
It
I
got
lost.
really
It's like-
quiet for me, and I was like
Yeah.
looking at the screen. I'm like, why is everybody frozen? Oh shit!
The
What's
thing was,
happening?
I was looking.
Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah.
A
Discord.
couple things kind of went through the roof real quick, but we're going to get right back into it. So,
It's not like there's a hurricane around or something.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Category
Oh, that's
five?
why. That explains
serious
so
note.
much.
If you're affected by the hurricane, please be safe, take care of yourself, and just be safe.
Yeah.
All right.
Remember, the Waffle House Index is important to follow.
It is.
There for a reason, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So you were all discussing what the plans should be, and I think you have settled on it'll be best to wait for the doctor and the Flamekeeper to finish working on whatever they're working on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everyone to go ahead and don't mark a long rest yet.
Oh.
Eva,
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Oh
Time for that
boy.
D100?
Wait, did she get breeze potentially?
Oh shit!
Oh my god. Potentially.
Why
Hang
did you
on.
put that into his mind?
I feel like he's
Right,
already
well-
thinking it.
That's yeah,
Doesn't-
D100.
does-
Yeah. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Oh
Oh no.
Okay, that's good.
That
Oh.
didn't sound good.
Pretty sure
no,
it's good.
actually, that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lower is better.
Let me double check my notes because I
what'd
need.
you roll?
We have a 27, which is intense hunger, but not,
Nom nom.
Lost control.
lost. Well, it is. It's losing control. We haven't quite lost it yet. This is Brandon's still in charge.
Okay.
Right.
You wake up the next day, Eva. You're hungry, but you can kind of stave it off. Your wisdom saving throws until you feast are at a disadvantage.
Correct.
What would you like to do?
Hit my long rest
Oh.
button.
Yeah. Before I do that, she's gonna store 4 sorcery points.
Okay.
Can we hit the long rest button? I don't know the way he's looking at it. He's just like,
Yeah, you can use that.
Okay.
Okay.
Still sounds sus, but okay.
It does.
Right?
It does.
Super
Alright.
sus.
I'm changing what's in when I wake up. Doc's gonna do his usual morning ritual stuff, and I'm gonna imbue a card, but with a
Okay.
different spell than last time.
What are you imbuing it with? Do I need to know? Do you need to disclose that to me? If you don't, you don't.
I think it's a good idea for me to disclose it to you, honestly,
Okay.
just in case it pops up. So I'll keep it set to this until I feel like I need to change it again.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have it set to be a vortex warp.
Okay.
We'll say 3rd level.
Got it.
So that's my bonus action emergency oh shit card for now.
Gotcha. You all wake up. I imagine you probably had some camping gear with you, so you stayed outside. It's warm enough. Well, I wouldn't say how to describe this. Basically, unfortunately, the best way to think of it, it's paradise temperatures. Whatever arcane bubble that oversees the protection of this place, along with the light, also appears to help mitigate temperature as Levikazon, Drakix, Doctor, Red, you would all know that once outside of here, it's pretty cold.
They
But
turned Red's body into a furnace.
yeah, Eva, looking around, you do not find Cassandra.
Gives a very hefty sigh. Go check, see if the child is still starfished on the chair.
You do hear her laughing and kind of like sounds of footfalls from inside the house where Captain Breeze lives.
Oh dear. Just walks inside, ready for the worst.
Okay. All of you kind of watch Eva get up, start walking away. You guys do anything?
I imagine if I smell food being made, I won't say no to it. But if I don't, I'm going to the Flame Keeper.
Okay.
Drac is probably going to go inside, half asleep,
Mhm.
in order to make some more coffee.
Okay. I'll say Eva probably
reads-
gets to the door first. I'm guessing.
Probably.
Yeah.
Red?
Oh yeah, Red probably is reluctantly getting up, but she's not going to be anywhere close to coherent until there's some coffee.
Okay.
That's the reason why Drac went in to make it.
Mhm.
He's just like, we need brain juice.
Yes.
Eva, you open the door and you don't see Cassandra or Breeze, but you can still hear them.
Now she's just curious and she's gonna start looking for them.
Okay. Looking around, you check bedroom, other room, a study, kitchen. You don't find them, but you can still hear them.
How to word this properly? Does it sound like they are inside the house?
It sounds like they're always just one room away.
Bugger.
Question.
Yes.
Important. As Eva has some of my memories with Breeze,
Mhm.
would she have an inkling, due to said memories, of what's going on?
It's a very vague question.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I know it's vague because it's not like it's going to be pertinent information that even it's been decades at this point, technically. So it's like it may still be like a ghost of like a thing that he did may just appear in her mind, which is the reason why I brought it up.
Gotcha.
Because he probably played tricks on me using this.
Because she has the spell now, Eva's gonna use thaumaturgy and just create small tremors in the ground just to see what happens.
Okay. The ground shakes a bit.
Any reaction that I can hear from those two?
No.
Okay.
Drac just sways along the things as that happens. Probably at this point just like walks in, the tremors, and he's just calmly walking as if he's on a ship, going to make coffee, body tilting each way.
You get over to where the coffee is made, and there's already a pot made. Steam rising off of it, and also hot food.
He takes a sniff of the coffee. Is it just regular coffee or is it your coffee?
It is your coffee.
Huh. He goes like, huh. She told him how to make it already.
I mean,
Pours like 30 cups, puts 2 on the table, drinks 1, pours another,
Mm-hmm.
makes himself food, sits down at the table, and just starts to eat and drink.
Okay.
I'm not surprised, but I'm more surprised that he has enough chocolate.
How do you think I smuggle? He
Well,
probably
no,
has tons of
How do
it.
you smuggle here, though?
It's not like you can just get regular deliveries of chocolate and an island that is hidden in a bubble.
Right.
So I'm actually impressed that he's managed to get his hands on some.
You know that man had like about 18 different ways of hoarding things. He was practically a dragon on his own. Pretty sure he has like 16 different bags of holding somewhere around here. And probably like enough rings of storing too. Because that man was practically a walk-in warehouse anyway. Continues to eat as he says all this.
Okay.
Drac doesn't know where the information's coming from, but it's in there somewhere.
As long as they're together, I guess.
Right.
She has an idea that those two are just running around with invisibility, but she's not going to press it because A, she's not able to without spending a very precious spell slot, and B, if Breeze is around, she doesn't care.
Okay.
Do you want me to send them a message?
Oh, I could do it if I wanted to. I could send Cassandra a billion different messages in the span of a minute, but if she's having fun and she's safe, then I'm fine.
All right.
I trust Breeze enough that he won't, lead her into any intentional danger.
Of course.
But so, what's our plan for the day?
I suppose we're just going to wait on Sel.
Could try to help them to make it go faster. Drac
Right.
is slightly more awake than what he was 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I don't have the intelligence to try to understand what those two are doing. I've tried.
I could always try my hand at it, but my magic is internal, not learned.
And I'm just a lightning rod. What's your point? We can go
Where'd you
over.
leave?
Mhm.
Where'd you leave those papers? Did you take them with you when you went to bed? Did you leave them on a table or anything?
No, he would have put them all away into the bag of holding.
Okay.
He probably takes them out at this moment in time anyway, just like
You
take a
know,
look again at the statues and the flames. Uh-huh.
I wonder if our Flamekeeper friend would know more about that.
That is part of the reason why I was thinking about going over there. When they go on a break, ask him about this to better understand it.
Right.
Though I wonder, Breeze, I have a conundrum of a thing that may lead to treasure, and I want your expertise.
There is no response, as the house has fell silent of sound.
Why do I feel like he's right behind me? Why do I feel like he's standing right over me, making faces? He looks over to Red. He doesn't act like a child that much, does he? Never mind. That answers the question.
Or you
So
had
he
to get
probably
it
is
from
doing it.
somewhere.
I'm not that enough. I'm probably worse. Okay, never mind.
Right.
He just goes immediately back to eating his food and drinking his cup of coffee.
I will say, as you kind of have those papers in your hand, Drakix, and you kind of probably give them a cursory glance, you realize that some of the writing that you could not understand yesterday is a little blurrier today to you.
That's weird.
What's weird?
Hey, Red, Eva, can you take a look at the paper real quick? What does that one say? And he points to, like, one of the runes that's even blurrier compared to the before.
Is it the same thing?
You cannot read it.
Oh. Well, now it's illegible.
I know what it was, but
Sacrifice the knowledge afterwards and sacrifice the power to get it's one of those. Ugh. He just sighs. He's just like, God damn it.
Right, well, we can describe it enough, right?
I don't know. You're the two who can read it. I could only make a note of the scratches because that's what it is to me.
Eva and Red,
Mhm.
as our two of you, are you having breakfast that was left out for you?
Yeah.
Mhm.
As you're eating, you realize you don't recognize the type of fish you're eating, but it tastes incredibly familiar.
Mm-hmm. Anybody had this sort of fish before?
would I remember where I've had it before?
You can't place it, but it does taste incredibly familiar.
Do I know what it is? Or am I under the same influence?
Same influence.
Okay.
Fuck it. Okay. Uh, Weird question.
Sure.
Does it? You said it tastes like a fish that we've had before, or it's just a taste that we've had before?
It's a taste you've had before. As you kind of focus in on it, you realize it's lacking some like distinct fish flavors.
Yeah. At that point, she's gonna use a dispel magic.
Okay. You cast dispel magic, and outward from Eva, there's a ripple in space and time
Yeah.
as everything for a instant, everything that is a solid object, that is a tangible thing, that is a chair, a table, floor, ceiling, everything is completely comprised of a very familiar purple stone.
Yep. Had a feeling.
Right. We all here?
Eva,
Good question. Is the whole party here?
you cast that spell. As you see this, you begin to try and voice a concern, and your vision leaves you.
Okay.
The rest of you watch as Eva casts a spell. There's the effect. And she looks around, concerned. Is everyone okay?
Yeah.
I think so. Did we all see the purple?
Yes.
No, so no, definitely not.
Right.
Dream realm?
Yes.
Fun.
Don't know how we got here.
Right.
Because Doc was going to go to the Flamekeeper.
Right.
Let me
So
just-
He's
some
What? What is happening?
somebody had to bring us here.
You're fine.
Okay, important question. I want to cast my divine sense, which is technically detect good and evil,
Mm-hmm.
which is
That's phase,
allows
fiends, undead, and
celestial, fiend,
the Hallow
undead
spell.
within 60 feet, and hallow. Yes.
Okay. You do not detect any of those things.
This would be the
hang
second
on.
time.
You get a little like hint of a blip from Eva, but no
Yeah.
more than you would normally expect.
I was about to say, this would be the second time that it passed it. So he's looking for that blip. If he doesn't get it, his first instinct is, I'm going to kill you.
You get a blip.
He goes, for a moment, he's just like,
As you get a blip,
uh-huh.
you watch as the back wall of the kitchen just vanishes. And as if you're sitting in an auditorium seat, you look up to see the side of a vessel. You see a very young, but still structured in the cheekbones and the jawline, Captain Breeze. And you see a very small, pearlescent scaled dragonborn teenager.
Right,
Drac-
one of your memories?
I guess.
You
Or
watch as
from his
Eva
side?
approaches this scene, and she reaches out with her left hand, and she draws it into herself. All of you wake up.
Drac
Important
wakes up
question.
pale.
Yes?
Did that actually expend a spell slot for Eva?
No.
Okay. That's what I thought. I just wanted to be sure.
Drac is pale and immediately looks over to everybody else. And he kind of pinches himself just to be sure.
There's pain.
Okay. Wait, hold on. There's usually pain of that sense too. Fuck.
We're fine now.
Oh,
He
Well-
just looks over him like, "Are you? Did you?" He kind of just like points to the building as he just like stutters a little bit. He's like,
Eva,
just-
you are pulled into consciousness from this event. You immediately feel a heavy weight just next to you.
Just wakes up groaning because of the pressure.
It is your own child just
Yep.
sprawled over you.
Yep. Just gonna gently wrap my arms around her.
Even in her sleep, she'll like start to move a bit and hug back.
so were we all there? She kind of looks.
Where's Doc?
I was.
Doc left.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did because I mentioned
mean-
when we woke up that if I didn't smell food, I was just going to head to the Flame Keeper.
True.
The doctor is gone.
Are there tracks? Are there footprints leading back towards the other side?
Make a survival check.
God damn it!
You said it.
I know I did.
Mhm.
Besides the point. God damn it! I'm not mad. That's an 18.
Ooh.
18. It's hard to find tracks in such a place that's mostly grass, but you do see there are bits of like freshly pressed over grass in a walking pattern.
You know,
He's
another
gonna-
way to tell if we're all actually here now is to look at the papers.
Drac is going to pull out the papers again. The
Okay.
actual ruins themselves.
You can't read it.
But can I still make? Can I make out like person sitting on a chair looking at like the image,
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
It's like, look,
It is
there's a
it is
bird.
the same level of illegibility it was yesterday.
It's like, look, I can still read bird, person, tree, and kazoo.
I also imagine like is obviously I'm not taking player agency, but I just imagine Eva and Red just kind of share that look at each other, then just shake their heads.
But also at the same time, it's just like that's also what he said yesterday when he described what it looked like before he put the paper out. So it makes sense that he gives us the same thing.
Yes, the chicken scratch is still chicken scratch. Why are we going back to ancient languages here? This is actual writing. There's a system to this.
Because I still can't read it, so therefore chicken
Right,
scratch.
look, how? No, I'll be nice. I'll be nice. It's the morning.
You're a terrible teacher. I agree. He's gonna go inside and start making coffee.
I see how it is. Fine, no more
Jeez.
lessons for you.
Yeah.
He's gonna stop, turn around. Drakic salutes teacher. So sorry. I will make you coffee now. And he once again turns around and goes inside anyway.
Inside, there is the smell of coffee in a small pot. You
Mhm.
see, Breeze has made himself a very small coffee and he's got his cup filled. He kind of turns to you. Morning.
Drakic in this moment in time is just like, does he remember me? Does he know who I am? Shit. Morning, sir.
And you watch as he turns away from you, takes an amber bottle, opens it, pours a little bit into his coffee, closes it, and sets it back. He takes his coffee and walks on.
I don't know how to feel about this currently. He goes over, makes his, also takes some of the amber, puts it in, thinks about it, pours some more into it,
Exactly what you think it is.
and then he does it again for a third time, puts it away. He's just like, I'm gonna need this today. He just starts to drink it.
You just hear I heard that. You better find something nice down there.
Right.
I'll find you a trinket. I'm sure we will. Probably. I'll just text the owner if I can give it to you afterwards. And he just looks so red immediately when he says that.
Right.
All right. Doctor, you make your way over to the Flamekeeper.
Yes.
Being a full elf, he does not require a full night's rest, so he is already awake and at work.
Yep. I'd say good morning and immediately get to work.
Good
Picking
morning.
up where I left off.
Are you spending the entire day on these efforts?
Yes.
Make an Arcana check.
Unless I'm asked not to, I will do this every time. 19.
You guys make some really good progress today. You are able to understand and draft the glyphs required for a large portion of this. The finer details, not so much, but it's definitely a first draft of the most basic skeleton of this incredibly complex rune that will be made. You know it's going to be multi-layered. You know it's going to be multi-ingredient, and you're going to need to have different nodes for each ingredient to be pulled in at certain points in time of the spell.
Yep.
What are the rest of you doing with your days?
Track would at one point drop in on them
Mm-hmm.
and just wait till like there's a lull and focus before he asks questions about the room and the runes, what they could possibly mean, if that's going to be a possible theme for it all.
Mm-hmm.
and his insight into the statues and flames.
Yeah, Red's gonna want to be there for that discussion too.
Yeah. The flame peeker kind of nods, shakes his head a bit. No, there were many parts of the area of that temple. More of a keep temple. It was a multifunctional structure. But with that, when I was there, I did not live there or dwell there. I was just brought there. So most of the things of the place that may be dangerous were not dangerous when I came through there. So kind of looks to Doctor. We made a lot of progress today. If your team and your friends would like to go secure a path to the room,
Would it be best for me to go with? Yes. Well, if you think you got the rest of the day, I will head off with them and be back tomorrow.
This was a this would be technically like at a lunchtime. So
Mhm.
do the rest of the day.
Yeah.
So we'd have to do it tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
This
Yeah.
way, also, Galen could actually get his courage back because he
Back?
he did. Yeah, well, he doesn't have any, but still,
Yeah.
he'd had to gain some in order to be dragged through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we'll go over tomorrow and
Mhm.
Okay.
see if we can secure a path.
The rest of you, anything you
Right.
wish to do for this day?
Yes.
What would you like to do?
Since the doctor left without any food, Zahn probably brings him food.
Okay.
And
Easy enough.
then she's going to go off and find Ember. Right? Ember.
Okay.
Yes. Just gonna
Green thumb for the red hand.
Yeah. For the less red hand than red.
Yeah.
So she's going to go and do that. Get some lessons on plants and stuff.
Okay.
See if they have a book about plants.
She does not.
Oh, sad.
What you learn from Ember is that her history is all verbal.
Which Zahn's is too.
So you get there. It's early morning.
Yep.
She is already out in her garden. You can see she is just kind of sitting outside enjoying she has a little bench that overlooks it is strange because it's basically just darkness beyond the bubble, which is maybe 30 feet from where she lives. She is right there on the edge.
Yep.
But you can see she is sitting there. She seems to have a small cup of some kind of hot liquid. One of her ears kind of twitches a bit as you approach. And she looks over. Ah, good morning.
Good morning. There's no sneaking up
You
on
know-
you, is there?
Something told me, and she reaches over and grabs a second cup and extends it.
Zahn will take it.
Something told me I would have a visitor this morning. I'm so happy it happened.
I'm glad it happened too.
And she takes a sip.
Zahn will go and sit beside her.
Well, what can I do for you this morning?
I was wondering if you might teach me about what you do, and or if that involves helping you, then I can try and help you.
Well, we can certainly do some work. And you notice she's sitting here. She'll look to you a bit, but mostly she looks forward. Do you look as well?
Yes.
Make a perception check.
Ruh-roh. That is a dirty 20.
Looking forward, you can see that as this island and this bubble moves through the cloud ocean, it's getting pushed and separated around the bubble. So it's
Yeah.
very reminiscent of being actually near some kind of body of water and moving through it. It's very calming if you just look at it and just kind of let your mind wander.
She zones out. Zones out for a little bit.
Okay.
It's weird seeing it move. We don't
Is
see
it?
that up there. Not a lot. It's very interesting.
Reminds us that we're always moving.
Yes.
And she stands up and heads over. You can see some very healthy, almost unfamiliarly healthy
Mm-hmm.
herbs and plants.
So we'll get up and follow and kind of run our fingers along them.
They're vibrant. They're thriving.
Is this natural growing or is it assisted with magic?
Oh, these are the ones you brought, so most certainly assisted.
They're all... Wow.
Yes, I had
Wow.
given them some persuasion yesterday and I've already handled this morning.
Wow.
Yes.
Huh. They're doing well?
Thank you. It's, it's many people may wonder, is magic just a shortcut from one place to another, but I can tell you it is not. It is, how does it? You are still taking from one thing and giving to another. It's just, with persuasion, you can make that time frame much, much smaller.
It's a good way of putting it. I wish I knew magic like that sometimes.
Do you have any talent for the arcane? Whether it be fine, learned, intuitive?
It's more intuitive. I've been able to communicate with creatures that others can't.
Really? That is a special talent. Not many can speak with the beasts.
Yes. It's been helpful sometimes.
Good.
Talk-
Can you show me?
Sure.
Okay.
Son will start casting Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And is there a beast around?
There is no beast around.
Right.
There is a druid, however.
There is a druid.
A tabaxi druid.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You finished casting your spell?
Yep.
Interesting.
It's... You wouldn't...
And you watch as she puts her cup down and she puts one of her hands on the floor, the other one on the ground. You hear snap, crack.
Oh, it's one of
And
those.
she begins to very violently shift into an unfamiliar creature to you. It's a very small, thick-furred creature with this kind of a pointed snout, has this bushy tail, and has these little, almost like claw fingers. And it looks to you.
What kind of creature is that?
Well, I'm not certain of the name. I've just seen it in drawings and it was taught to me. I believe it, the real name was lost some time ago, but they call it a, what is it? A, trash panda.
Yes.
Huh.
So glad I wasn't drinking yet.
Trash panda.
Yes, I don't know what a panda is. I know what trash is, but
It's weird to combine
yes,
the
this is
two.
what it looks like. I imagine it's probably because they seem to be rather scavenger creatures. And she like scurries around you real quick.
Oh, yep. That's a thing. All right. Okay.
She kind of like sits up with the paws.
Huh.
So you can understand me.
Yes. And you can understand me.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, this is nice.
Isn't it? It's useful sometimes. I talked to an ox once, and it showed me where, like, some treasure was. It was really good.
Interesting.
Yeah. Very weird. But, you know.
And she shifts back.
So that's kind of what I can do. And if, you know, you weren't also a druid and, you know, a humanoid, that I'd be able to also look through the beast's eyes. It's also a thing I can do. It's weird, but it's cool, but it's weird.
That is interesting as well.
Yeah. So, plants?
I will say you spend the rest of your day with her, and she
Yep.
does her best to impart knowledge into you as far as she can that doesn't involve druidic magic.
Yeah. Alrighty.
All right. Well, it's about time for our break.
Yes.
So we're going to go take our break. We'll be on about 10-ish minutes. We're going to get some snacks for ourselves. You should go get some snacks too. And we'll see you guys when we come back in... Ah, hey! I know that guy. Has it gotten real yet? Not yet, but it will. I promise. We're going to get some snack break. You
Oh,
go get some
no.
too.
We just
Hey,
have to.
subscribe? What? Oh my gosh. Thanks, bud. We appreciate it.
Not gonna lie, I expected him to realize to subscribe first, like after seeing the name, but also not surprised that Brandon hasn't eaten his crayons yet. So
Yep.
Very funny. But we're going to get our snacks. We'll be back in 10 minutes. We'll see y'all. I am hungry. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for hanging out during our snack break. But we're back, we're fueled, we're ready. We're gonna play some D&D.
Ready is relative.
Yeah, and
Ready
fuel
is relative.
you know.
Alrighty then. Well, the rest of your days, the various things you're up to, goes by, thankfully, boring. Probably interesting, but uneventful when it comes to hostilities.
That's good.
New feeling.
You wake up the
Mhm.
next day, understanding you all have a driven purpose and a direction. You have your breakfast. You say your goodbyes. Not goodbyes, just your we'll be backs. Cassandra is left with Captain Breeze, who seems to be warming up a little bit more. He was never really a closed or cold off person, but you could tell he had spent some time in solitude here, despite the fact he was with what seems to be a rather nice community in this sacred and quite distant from many open cultures land. You make your way back to the other side of the island with Galen's lead. You head into the entrance, following a path brought to you by Drakix. All of you set foot into the temple of the beast. Jackie should lead them through the hallways.
Mhm.
A quick winding effort to get to where you're at. You bring them onto the door, which is the one you know and semi believe you understand how to open it. The pile ribbon next to you, obviously smaller than what you remember it because of your efforts. Looks like it could be gotten through. Certainly a quicker effort than what Galen could have done by himself with his simple trowel and pure workforce. Or their lack of, who knows?
We know he needs to lift more. It's okay.
He needs to hoist.
Mm.
He's not going to have free travel when we get up there.
So, what do you do?
He's going to look over to our proper magic casters and be like, so I don't know if it'll work with anything else, but I do know that Cure Wounds actually opens the door. Do you guys want to try something that won't tire you out for like the rest of the day and kind of keep us in tip-top shape? And he will move over.
I can spare a few without, using too much, hopefully.
Right.
Well, Drac is more referring to like the small things, like thaumaturgy and all that other jazz.
That kind of stuff. I definitely have plenty of decent those. But these are anything like the other ones we've encountered. Those might not. Those are going to take quite a few castings of, or might not work at all.
Testing. And he just thinks he's just like, test it.
All right. Let's see. Which one should I go with? I don't have a touch cantrip, so I do, but spare the dying. Would that count? I don't think I can technically use this one because it has to be a living creature. So
Cure Wounds is a creature, and I touched the door and it worked.
I mean, yeah, I can see. I mean, to be fair, it says this spell has no effect on undead or constructs, and I don't know if this would count as construct.
I could probably throw fire at the door.
I could definitely throw necrotic energy at the door. So, you want to take some turns? I do one, you do one, and we keep going to that until it opens, or until we can at least see if it's working or not.
Right, until we can see if our smaller spells are doing anything.
Mm-hmm. Don't want to commit too much to it right off the bat.
Right.
Very well. I'll start us off. And I'll cast Chill Touch.
Okay. You cast your spell. You watch as the familiar spectral hand flies forward for just a few feet and impacts against the door.
Does anything light up?
Or is there any reaction?
Does not appear to be any reaction.
Right. Well,
It's not the same type of magic as Cure Wounds, so just a different branch.
right.
Yeah, well, Red, you want to give it a shot? This is your temple.
Sure. Um, she's gonna light herself on fire first because I can't see any of the map at all.
Oh. That's a good point.
I'm sure that she's supposed to see something, but if it's all darkness for her, then she's gonna
You
be
don't have
on
goggles
fire.
at night. That's right.
So she will light herself on fire so she can see what's going on.
Keep forgetting about my aura too.
20
Thanks.
and- what is that? 20 and 20, right?
Yeah. Oh, cool. Good. She's gonna firebolt the door.
Okay. You summon a mote of flame and you fling it forward. And you watch as it hits the door.
And does nothing.
There's
Got it.
no visible effect.
Right. Do we continue or do we just do more?
Drak is just gonna poke the door with his nail and just first level cure wounds, just to make sure that it's still.
You feel the arcane power drawn from your body, and you watch as some of the glyphs light up.
Right.
Not powerful enough. Very well. I can throw a few first low levels.
Hold on a moment. I wonder if this handy spell will do anything. Do you mind?
Not at all. Doc will step to the side, let Red get in front of the door.
Perhaps everybody close their ears.
Oh,
Drak immediately. He's just like, not even. Drak does it, and he also like walks back to like over here. He's just like,
She will use knock on the door.
Okay. That's your first level spell.
It is a second level spell.
Okay. You watch as more of the door lights up.
Okay, so if she chooses a target that is held shut with arcane lock, oh, it might not be arcane lock. The spell is suppressed for 10 minutes.
It is not arcane lock. However, you do notice, compared to when Drakix used a spell versus your spell, a larger portion of the runes lit up.
Okay, so how much, fractionally speaking, is left?
Make an intelligence check.
Oh, good lord. Hey, doctor!
I mean, Doc would be looking too, to be fair.
Make an intelligence check.
Yeah.
Drak is looking, but doesn't understand shit. So therefore, I'm not bothering.
Yeah, hers is only an 11.
Okay.
Or no, a
Dear
9.
God.
Yeah.
20 total.
As you're looking at it, Doctor, you quickly surmise. I would say you probably like give it a minute, like looking at Red, trying to see like, come on, get it. And she's just not gonna get it. You notice about 3/5 have been lit up to what was shown to you in the drawing.
Oh. Well, I would say one more spell of that level would open it or to lower power.
Right.
Don't look at me. I have 4 spell slots total.
As I said, I can spare some spell slots to do this, so I can spare a higher power spell.
All right.
I can just
Actually,
use lower ones, and Drac is just like
Already, no, I'm not going to use a spell slot technically because this doesn't consume a spell slot. So I was going to reach up to it and cast Magic Weapon. That's a 2nd level spell. I get a free use of it once a day.
Okay. You watch as the runes become bright and brimming with power, and what was once a solid faced stone wall, you see it begin to separate down the middle, and it begins to and it disappears into the left and right threshold of this walkway.
Finally, I have a use for it now. I hadn't had a use for it since like we were level 3.
Drac will step through the doorway first
Okay.
as a precaution.
Mm-hmm.
Zahn will take the back, figuring she's the less squishable. If, the doors start closing on her, she could, it's fine.
Yes.
Yeah. Red will go through second.
Okay.
So he'll go there.
Mm-hmm.
Are we sure we want to be coming? Never mind.
We don't know what's through here, but we know that instead of trying to crawl through all the rubble and everything else, at least we have a door we can go in and try to figure out. And if not, we get to play whack-a-mole.
Doc will head in.
Okay.
And it's kind of like stand here, get a real good view of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, ladies.
Do we have to?
Yes.
The door
Come on.
begins to close.
Zahn is going to follow Eva.
Yep.
Drax,
Okay. Sure.
Yep. Is
He runs, but does not make it.
Damn.
You see, he's like, "No, don't leave him here!"
Drax just looks back and like,
How
Damn
thick do you
it.
think the door is?
How wide was that doorway when we stepped through it?
It was 5 feet.
5 feet?
Mm-hmm.
I could get
Damn.
through that somehow. Pretty sure I
Let's
still have
nod
a
and say we
pickaxe from
did.
the mine.
Let's nod and say we did.
Let's not destroy things in here, please.
Right. Yep. Temple. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ready. So
Once the door closes, the statues on the outside begin to rotate.
What?
are they watching us?
No, they just turn. Except the one in the middle. As this room is illuminated by 4 different colors.
Curiosity's sake, Drac is going to the center. He's going to take a look around it and see if there's anything there.
Mm-hmm. Give me 1 minute while I have these things emit light.
Okay.
I should have had it re-entered. Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
I definitely need to improve upon that later. That is a 12.
Okay.
When you're a smuggler, you're good at hiding against investigation, not using it. You're a smuggler. You're supposed to be. You're good at hiding against investigation checks, not using them.
Yeah.
Looking over, you see it is also a statue of Phoenix, just a little bit of a different design. The other 4 are statues of phoenixes that turned. This one seems to be on a pedestal instead of just being floor to, immediately just statue. This one's on a pedestal and does not move. You can see written on the pedestal is the following: to find the truth in shadow's veil, you must heed the phoenix's tale. The northern bird thrice must turn. The southern flame, twice it yearns. The eastern wing, with but one spin, the western spark turns twice again. When all align and fire's gaze is set, the path will open, your trials met.
Definitely.
North 2, south 2, east 1.
No,
No.
north 3.
North
3,
three?
2, 1, 2. Yes.
Since
Okay.
it is written on the pedestal, I shall paste this into the dice chat.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So 3, 2, 1.
That's if
2.
that is north. Remember, we don't know cardinal directions because it can be one of two things. And this is going to be, this is Drac at this moment in time saying this. A, we don't know the cardinal direction when this was done because the island could have rotated when it was lifted. Therefore, our north may not be the north list that it was originally set to.
Are there any indications on the walls, in the flames, on the statues of north? Of direction?
You check out the walls. There are no other writings. The flames themselves are just in very large brass braziers of these different colors. And as you look in, you do see what looks like some kind of handle hold in the middle of the flame of each one.
Call me crazy.
You're
Or not.
crazy.
Thank you. I just acknowledge there's handles in the bottom of these braziers. I feel like I want to stick my arm in.
Right. So
Yes.
perhaps the one that doesn't take as much damage from fire should do that?
Yes.
Hold
Right.
on.
But I didn't
hold
want
on.
to volunteer you.
Before you do that, Drac is going to, because of the way that this is worded,
Mm-hmm.
he just, curiosity mainly, he's going to take a look at all of the Phoenix Tales.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to compare them.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking to see if there's any difference between them.
They are all identical.
Okay. Because it could have been the Tales portion could have been
Yeah.
a play on what it is. Could have been the actual Phoenix Tale, or it could have just been Tales as a story, you know?
And let's not just randomly rotate these. I know enough to not to do that.
Eva,
Hi.
what is your Arcana? What is your Arcana modifier?
Nada.
Nada? Okay. You feel a little run of a familiar style of magic down your spine. Reminds you of walking in the dream realm.
Aww. Okay. Given that, I will entirely change what I was currently looking to do. Thanks.
um,
um, yeah, okay, that changes her thought process. She still has her tome, so she's just gonna like reach into her side and lay a hand on it because she's done this before and see if she can visually shift into that realm.
Okay. You try to will yourself through this space, but you don't. How do I put this? For a moment, it's like looking through really, really translucent, almost opaque glass. There's just a quick, half a second shift. And
Those
then
are
you're
two
back.
opposite words, sir.
Translucent?
Translucent, you can see through. Opaque, you cannot.
What's the middle one?
That would be translucent. But I'm just saying, can I see through it or not?
No, it's really, it's like, it's on the cusp of being opaque.
Okay. That's fine.
So it's frosted.
Frosted. Heavily frosted. But you do see in this space that familiar brickwork. But the statues are not made of the brickwork. They are made of something a little... They're like 1 degree off. They're not exactly the same. They're just a bit different.
I'm stupid. As I realize I have something very, very important in my bag of holding that he's been having this entire time that he uses every day.
Mm.
It has a compass. The navigator tools.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to pull out the compass.
Okay.
He's going to try to see what it points to northwise.
Okay. You look at it, and as oriented on the map, north is north.
Okay, so the one in front of him is north. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. So this is the north one.
Yep.
So
I do have a concern.
Mm.
The riddle did not mention what direction to rotate the statues.
Well, they're already rotating, so I would assume the same direction.
Maybe. It could be also like a key lock where you turn one way to lock it, turn the other way to unlock it.
That's fair.
I think we're overthinking things. Should I just
Possibly.
turn a statue?
Let me at least do it with my spectral hand.
Drac is also going to look at Red like, please do.
She's going to conjure her fiery hand.
Mm-hmm.
Which one first?
Try the one next to you because we don't have... Because the flames are offset. He wants to say that the yellow one is south.
Okay. So, are we having her rotate the flame or the phoenix?
Wait.
What are we
There's a
doing?
handle in each of the flames, correct?
Okay, cool. Got it.
Northern bird, southern flame, eastern. Okay.
Are there any identifying colors on the phoenixes themselves?
There is not. They're all, the 4 that are on the outside are all exactly the same.
Okay.
So it's guesswork on the flame to determine which phoenix it's pertaining to.
Yeah.
So...
Wait, is there no? So there's no writing. They all look exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Are there any identifying markers near the flame, on the handle?
The
That's
only
in the
identifying
flame?
markers are the fact that there is a blue one, a cream one, a red one, and a gold one.
Damn. Okay.
Pull the lever.
I could just be overthinking this, but I think the colors are what tell you which statue it turns. But
Once again, though, there's no markers pertaining on the Phoenix statues themselves to
well,
tell us which one's which.
Let's find out.
Yep.
Okay. So this one is supposed to be the southern one, yeah? The one she's
Well-
next to?
Yeah, Drac is guessing that it is. But
What-
regardless, they all have to be turned at least once. So
What if we turn one of the birds? Because we know that those are cardinal directions. So maybe it
Right.
might lead us to which direction the flames are.
Right. Okay, well, someone tend the north one
Rar.
3 times.
Drac is
Zon.
going
Turn
to
it.
help Zon.
Alrighty.
Okay.
3 times.
Both of you put your hands on this statue
Uh-huh.
and you go to move it.
Yep.
It does not give at all.
We go the other direction.
It does not give.
Pick it up.
Handle.
Yeah.
Drac
Okay.
is going to let go of the statue and just stare at it. Well, he's actually going to turn. He's going to kind of like step here to kind of like keep an eye on all 4 statues,
Mhm.
just to see which one rotates where.
Yeah, so Red, yeah, try turning that once and see which one spins.
Right. So she will use her mage hand to spin this gold
So it's not
flame
so
once.
much a spin as it is. It's just a little. Looks like a rod with a
Mhm.
little bit of chain on each end, and then it goes into
Mhm.
the brazier. You can barely see it, and then it feels like it's not a turn. It's just a pull and release.
Okay.
So you go to the golden flame.
Yep.
Okay. You pull the lever.
Yep. One time.
You pull and release.
Mm-hmm.
The flame begins to grow, and then
Uh-huh.
it begins to shrink, and it compresses into this little sphere, and it gets a little bit smaller,
Mm-hmm.
and then it suddenly explodes and covers the entire room. You need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Excellent.
I think the order matters.
Mm-hmm. Not this one.
Oh, come
Oh shit. Zon has a plus 4. Remember that, Zon?
on. Yeah.
And I think you also have a D4.
Yeah, I do.
Use that D4, please.
Drakix.
That's a 10.
Okay. Fail.
I figured as much before you even
Zon.
said anything.
Math. 9 plus 4
16.
plus math.
That's
Yep.
16.
16.
Mm-hmm.
Fail. Eva.
15.
Fail. Red.
18.
Success.
Of course, the one who doesn't fucking need it.
Drakix.
Right?
I'm sorry, Doctor. The other
you're
D
fine.
character.
You're fine to move on. I definitely failed with a 10.
Okay.
I don't pass these checks. Why even ask at this point?
You did once.
You did
That
once.
That was a fluke.
And
It was, though.
This was a strength check. I probably would have made it somehow.
Because he has to show off in front of Zon.
I don't know what it is. It's every strength check Doc's made has gone well.
yep.
Honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So from this, Red, you take 10 points of radiant damage.
Good lord. Okay.
Everybody else takes 21 points of radiant damage.
Question.
Yes?
Does it matter that Eva's partially undead?
No.
Okay. That still fucking hurt.
So I have an idea.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Not only does it matter the order, whichever is the North Flame needs to go first. I think the colors of the flames dictate which is which. Blue.
How so?
Blue is northern. I imagine blue would be cold damage. Northern bird. Southern flame would simply be the red flame. Eastern wing would be green, which would usually be the common color for air or wind. And clearly, the spark is the radiant of gold. That's my theory, though.
You mentioned that Eva saw these looking off. Can you describe how off would be to her?
Off to her would be. It's like looking at someone who is good at, let's say, forgery or transcribing, but they haven't perfected it. Like if you knew somebody's signature, you could tell it apart from what you saw for that split second in the dream realm.
Huh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What are we thinking?
And I've thrown out my idea. If someone else thinks they have something else.
Something just like for me and Drac to find the truth in Shadow's Veil. Drac is gonna go over to the green flame. He has a blanket in his bag.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta pull out the blanket.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna snuff
And
it.
he's
in.
gonna. No, he's not gonna snuff it out. He's going to cover a portion of the flame,
Mm-hmm.
just to kind of like reduce the actual light itself
Mm-hmm.
in this corner, and just see what happens.
Okay. You are able to like kind of arrange it to where you're covering this light,
Mhm.
and you look around. You can see that while there are obviously more hints of blue and gold overtaking the room, they're not as intense as the red flame.
So Drac's gonna take the cover off, the blanket off, I should say. Walk over to the red one
Mhm.
and do the same thing. Just trying to see what exactly changes
Mhm.
if the light dies out.
You can see when you kind of shield this flame, the remaining three colors share the light equally.
At this point, he's gonna look over to you. He's like, "Do you guys have like a blanket or something on you by chance? Maybe
Yes.
just try to cover enough where the light is still there, but it doesn't. It's not as bright."
Drakex,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
as you were standing next to this flame, you realize something. You feel heat.
Mm-hmm.
As the others, you did not. They're just light.
Okay.
Oh. Wait.
Okay.
Would that be wait? So
So this is the
he's
southern
sta-
flame.
Yeah. So then,
No. He's
which one
we're
are you
down
standing? Move your token. Thank you.
here. Sorry.
You gotta
Sorry.
move your
sorry.
token, people. We have a map for a reason.
Okay. Sorry, my bad.
God.
But yeah.
Okay, so that's yeah. So Doc was right. This is south.
Yeah.
This is north.
Okay.
Eastern
So at this
wing.
point,
Eastern was green.
Eastern. Shh, I know my directions. And
okay. So
Never eat soggy waffles.
never eat
Eva-
should we?
Eva will pull thaumaturgy
Mhm.
and dim the other 3 until only the red one is showing.
They do not dim.
Interesting.
Okay. Red, do you want to try the pulley thing on the southern one twice?
No,
Or
no, no.
do we have to do
no,
it in order?
No. North.
North first. 3 times.
Right, so it's the blue one, yes?
Blue
Yes.
3 times.
Right, and we can't. Can you do me a favor, really quick? Check if any of the other statues move. Maybe they're not.
Sure. Zahn will go to each of the statues and try and jimmy him.
Drac is going to help her just in case.
Does not move.
None of the other
move?
ones move.
They do not.
Cool.
Cool. Right, so might want to back up a bit.
Yep, already working on it.
Not that it
Oh,
does much.
hold
Have
on
a-
1 second.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How tall are the braziers?
The actual brazier, it's
Yeah.
maybe like they're on a small like clawed foot, almost like a clawed bathtub. Not that large, obviously, but like that. So they're probably off the ground, maybe a foot or two, and then another foot taller.
Would you say there's enough room for me to duck down under? And not like get underneath it, but enough to where I am no longer leveled with the top.
Potentially.
I'll try that and see if it does go off. If I avoid damage.
Okay.
Eva hides behind a statue.
Drac, hold on, wait, 1 second. 1 second. Drac is going to cast a level 2 bless
Okay.
on himself,
Mm-hmm.
Eva, Doc,
Red.
and which one? Red? Okay, red.
If you get it done
So
quick
for
enough, I
any
can-
saves,
That's it.
any saves, you guys get a D4.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay?
All right. So north one 3 times, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's try once just to be safe.
Well, no, we have to do it 3
Mm,
times.
Right.
If one makes it explode, we know not to do it again.
True.
Well, the tail is the northern bird thrice must turn.
Yes.
Right.
So it
understand.
has to, if we
So
follow,
if we do it less than 3 times, it's still going to explode.
We don't know. Try it once, and if
Maybe,
it doesn't do
possibly.
anything immediately, do it again. Yes?
Right.
Okay. Everybody ready?
Sure.
Should we just all lay on the ground? Like, it's not gonna help. We're
No.
like,
All right. It's
Please,
really
yes, lay on
do
the
it.
ground.
Probably-
Drac is actually going to move and just stand like right here. So that way, at least he kind of covers the squishy.
Doc, move behind a statue. All y'all move behind a fucking statue.
That's my theory.
Okay.
Boy.
Right.
What do you do, Red?
She will turn it once, and if nothing crazy happens in a
Right.
couple of seconds, she's gonna turn it again and again.
Okay. So again, there's no turning this. It's just a simple wooden handle.
Pull,
You
let
pull
go. Pull,
and
let
let
go.
go.
Yeah. Okay. So that thing.
You pull
yes.
it and you let go, and you go to pull it again. It does not give, but instead the flame condenses into itself, rises up
Oh, no.
2 or 3 feet, and rapidly expands.
God
Everyone make a
damn
Constitution
it.
saving throw.
What is
Cool.
going on?
Am I affected by this or no?
Yes.
At least you have a
There is no
plus
saving
4
that.
and a D4.
I'm fine. Oh, Eva.
Yeah, this might hurt.
Here, let me add my pluses real quick.
As he gets a natural 20, at least there's balance.
Well, guess what?
Why would you
I-
add that?
Because I got a free D4.
From what?
Yeah.
Oh,
From the
bless.
blast. And Red's also gonna use her D4 help die.
Cool.
Sorry.
I got the highest con save out of everybody.
Dracus, what do you get?
I had a 19 total.
Success. Levikazan.
26.
What?
26?
Success. Eva.
Natural 1.
Oh no.
Fail. Red.
30-20.
Success. Doctor.
31. But at not 20.
Eva, you take 12 points of cold damage. Everybody else, you take 6.
Okay. Right. So not this one then.
What?
Yeah.
But what?
So we
Okay.
just go around to each of them
Hold
until we've only got 2 left. It's a 50-50 chance.
I know. Okay, so I think, knowing everything, this one down here was lighter than the rest of them.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
It's the actual flame.
Right,
Yes.
It's actual flame. That doesn't.
So maybe these don't
I
have
mean-
to be. So if anything, what if we have
You
to do
know-
this one first?
How about I do this instead of just trying to figure it out? I can just cast a spell.
All right.
Mhm.
I'm gonna cast Identify on. Hold on, you gotta specify this. It must be magic imbued. Okay, I'm gonna touch Identify onto a phoenix statue
Okay.
that supposedly rotates.
You hear in your mind words spoken in a deep female voice. The western spark turns twice again.
So this one in front of me is the Western Spark. So the cardinal directions are correct on the statues at the very least.
Right. So the flames then.
Yes. I'll go down here to the one that did radiant damage, and I'll do the Identify on it as well.
Okay. You get that this is an eternal flame that has been altered in its spell components and nature to be of radiant nature.
Okay. Nothing else though.
Nothing else.
That explains it. Okay.
Well,
So we do actually need to figure out a way to turn the statues.
yes. They
What
didn't
if?
have.
What if it can't be a magical hand that does it?
I'm afraid that's impossible. All of them are magical.
What? No.
No, she means a
stick my
conjured hand.
I'll stick my
Oh.
hand in.
Shadows fail.
Like,
Do it on one of the 2 we haven't tried then, at
yeah,
least.
exactly.
Drac is gonna go underneath the blue flame, the actual blue cauldron,
Mhm.
Could also
and look at the bottom of it.
Okay.
It could also be a. You do it all at once.
Maybe.
Is there any writing on the bottom of the
There
cauldron?
is not. It is a smooth metal surface.
Give me 10 more minutes and I will see what I see. And I want to cast the virtual cast detect magic.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you all wait the 10 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. After 10 minutes, you cast Detect Magic.
Mhm.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Because the entire place is lit up like
I still have the plus fours, the
Yes.
plus 4 from Drakex and the D4. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah.
He gets blinded by fucking light.
Mhm.
That's not.
not
are
sorry. Not sorry.
you?
What? Okay, 2 nat 20s in a row. He's freaking hacking.
I'm just doing my usual thing, Tasha. That's all.
He's
I've got-
done this before. That's the sad part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So total is 29, but not 20.
Some dice.
You take 24 halved to 12 points of psychic damage as your mind is flooded with the sheer volume of magic in this place. But, because you have a natural 20, you do notice the largest source is the 3 doors that leave this place and the red flame. Looking at the red flame, what caught your attention wasn't the fact that it was magical. It was the fact that it was like looking at a black hole of magic. It was inversed. And along the outer edges of the flame, you do not see orange and white for a moment. You see a familiar purple starlit sky bent and made into flame.
I want to walk closer to that flame. Clearly holding my head in a bit of a pain. I'm just going to peer into it, basically. I'm going to look at the abyss and see what it does.
You look in and you almost feel you could step through it if conditions were met.
I roll an Arcana check to determine what those conditions could be.
I would say there's no need. As you look down at the base of the flame, you see a handle that can be pulled. Familiar to the rest, a simple wooden handle on chain.
Cool. I'm going to look at everyone. I think I figured something out.
Right.
I have to try this.
Don't you
first.
dare put your hand in.
All right. As you say that, he's already doing it.
She's grabbing his hand.
Okay. Make opposed athletics checks.
Athletics or okay.
No, this is pure speed. Let me shift that to a dexterity check.
Really? Really?
Yeah. Pure speed.
Acrobatics.
Took away Zon's
Acrobatics.
superpower.
Yep.
I think we are equal in dex, actually.
Yeah.
No, you're better in dex than me.
Barely.
Yeah.
18.
He goes to reach, you grab him. What you realize, he got close. And while there is heat, your hands are not burning.
I'm not a fool, Zon. I'm not going to burn myself.
You
know
didn't
that.
know that it wasn't fire. And I know you didn't.
Actually, I did. It's like portal.
Still could have been fire around it. You didn't know that.
You're not seeing what I'm seeing. That's all I can say.
She'll let go
Now
of his
I have
hand.
to put like a smut book in here called The Portal of Flame. It just came to my mind. I'm sorry, guys.
Do it.
Eva just picks it up and starts flipping through the pages.
Yep. Red behind her, peeking over.
Yeah. Listen, Eva's of no help in here. Her brain is not working right now.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Since Zon let me go and see understands what I'm trying to do, as well as the fact I'm not going to get hurt, I'll reach for the handle and give it a pull.
You pull, you let go. As soon as you let go, the entire room instantly shifts. All of you are standing on familiar purple brick with a starlit background. The walls, the floors, the ceiling are all made of this brick, but only appears to be this room, as the doors themselves aren't even present. But the statues are. But all of them seem to be made of the same type of stone, just a bit more devoid of color, like someone just pulled the color out of them by like 10%. And there is a small black smoke surrounding them. Only the 4 around. The center has remained the same.
Drac is gonna poke the northern statue.
As you walk
so
over
the one
to
to
it,
his left. Technically, he hasn't moved yet, so it's the one to his
True.
left.
As you look over, you can see that in the base of the statue, there is what looks to be a lever. As you look at these statues, you can see what changes is that before their stance was kind of, the legs were a bit wider as they're to support the statue itself with the wings up. The legs are a bit shifted to make room for a lever.
Is there any difference now besides the color and position with the statues?
They're all facing towards the middle. They have not rotated.
Okay. Drac is going to
Pull the lever, Drakix.
exactly that.
You pull the lever on,
The northern one first.
so he goes, king. It resets. You hear a click,
He's going to try pulling it again.
cling, click,
And then he's going to do it one more time.
click.
He's going to leave it alone at that point because that would be the 3
Okay.
times.
Okay.
Then he's going to go to the south one.
Mm-hmm.
But
All right, this one
What?
says flame.
what do the flames look like in here?
There are no flames.
Southern
Do
flame.
we-
There are just
Wait.
there are no braziers. There's just the 5 statues.
Okay. What if we have to go back to the real world and pull the thing now? Twice.
Which one is the southern one, though?
Well, we know that this is northern.
Well, hold on. There's
Do
no
we?
flame. This is northern.
Yeah.
This is southern.
But
Everyone
Because
can
Drac
make a
looked at
perception
the-
check.
Huh?
Oh, what check?
Oh,
I need
goody.
everyone to make a perception check.
With disadvantage.
She's using a sorcery point to re-roll that.
You know, that's actually not bad.
It's not bad.
That's not bad. I'm okay with this.
Drakix.
It's a 17.
All right. Levikazan.
19.
All right. Eva.
14.
All right. Red.
15.
Doctor.
10.
Drakix. Levikazan. Red.
Yes.
You notice, as you were talking, conversing, at the center, at the top of the ceiling, it begins to peel away, and you watch as it is replaced by the stone. And it slowly begins spreading outward, the color returning to what you expect to see in the material realm.
Drac is not waiting anymore. He's going down to the southern one.
Okay.
Click, click. Because that
Okay.
was 2.
Yep.
North,
Eastern.
south, east.
Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
He does 1,
Okay.
and then
The
west.
walls are beginning to return.
He does the last 2 on the last one.
The floor is coming towards the middle. You pull the west one how many times?
Twice.
You are all strangely gently returned to the material plane.
Right.
And you
Well.
listen and you watch as all... Oh no, don't do this to me.
He broke
Well-
it.
No, just the little gearbox was directly over
Mm.
where the turning point was. You all watch as all the statues face inward. And you hear the opening of 3 different doors.
Oh.
Drac was holding his breath this entire time. He was just waiting for either it working or it imploding.
And you see Gallon has kind of like sat against the wall and is going through his journal, like still like feverishly going through it, looking at the door. And he sees it open. Oh, he scrambles and gets up. He doesn't go through, he just stops at the doorway. Are we okay?
Uh-huh.
We're not dead.
Just like motions him in. He's just like, come on, join the fun.
He steps in.
He tried to do what he was going to, because regardless of how much his danger sense is going, like, danger, Will Robinson, he's also like, I want to know the secrets.
So, what does he? I mean, I'm sure he notices that Red's on fire.
It's magic, man.
Okay, cool.
So
Okay.
how did you get the door open?
Magic.
Called the puzzle.
In case I'm stuck here by myself.
You're screwed.
Drac just like looks over, just like pull the red lever, and then he points to the first one: north 3, south 2, east 1,
He's
west 2.
writing this down.
He's doing it just in order to save his ass for later, just in case like we end up for some odd reason forgetting shit. It's
Or
just
dying.
it's written. Yeah, that too. Drac is gonna look down this door through this doorway.
Okay.
Doc is going to drop a cure wounds into himself.
Good. Thank
Drac
you.
is currently holding off on doing his own for now.
That's a bad roll.
Oh.
Drac is just gonna like lean his head through, but not go any further, and he's just gonna pull back after a moment. There is another door through here, and it looks like 2 passages. Zan, what do you see?
Well, San will peek down the corridor. Or through the door. Corridor. It's a hallway.
Right.
Hey, Red, which way does your instincts tell you to go?
Is there any instinctual tugging?
Get a vibe check on those hallways.
Right.
Unfortunately, there is no
Give us a vibe check for the room.
instinctual.
Right.
You don't feel a pull towards any specific direction.
Zom pulls
Okay.
on the left.
Question.
Go ahead.
Did Eva get a sense of he who must not be named when the room shifted?
You do not.
Okay.
You know you were in that realm, but it felt. How do I put this?
Sealed off.
Sealed off, good way to put it. It felt like you can tell when like construction company A makes a building and when construction company B makes a building. You can tell it was a different constructor. Same space, same concept. Looked very similar, but you can tell it was not of his work.
Gotcha.
If anything, it probably reminded you more of the library in the rather opulent man's wealth.
Hmm. Interesting.
As they're
Red-
doing it, then Doc's casting false life on himself, 3rd levels. Pulling that now.
Red reach her hand into her bag to her urn.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Is it different? Or
Warm.
is it okay? Is it any warmer going towards either hallway?
It is not.
Cool.
What about back towards the entrance?
It's just warm.
Okay.
Cool.
I tried. I tried.
So I suppose we just pick a hallway.
Zon starts walking.
Right. Follow the meat shield.
Yep.
Drac is going to be last.
Okay.
Sure.
So even Galvin can actually go in front of him.
Sneaky sneak. Zon pulls her.
You can hold
Doc's
there,
mask.
Kazan.
Oh.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, that's a big.
I've apparently broken through the wall.
Secret tunnel. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
I'm not scared, you're scared.
Okay.
I was just making sure you have dark vision.
I'm also
Question:
the DM.
Yep.
Oh,
Is my
Little-
detect magic still going, right?
I would say it's probably getting to the tail end of it.
Okay.
there might be a little too much dark vision there, DM. I can see the hallways below us.
That's just because you didn't put a wall.
Oh, yeah. Please hold.
Nope, you're fine.
Yeah, I do that too sometimes.
What hallway?
Yeah.
There
Hallway.
you go.
Yeah, there you go.
What hallway?
Just, in case there was something down there we don't want to see.
yeah.
This map was so difficult to get light zoned out.
Oh, I can imagine.
We could...
Is it running okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear.
It's just just gotta make sure you get the lines where you want them.
Yep.
I was gonna say, I've never had a problem with the Roll20 maps. They're fine.
Are we good to
Yeah.
go?
No.
Oh no.
As you continue down this hallway,
Huh?
I need you. Make me a perception check.
Okay.
Oh goody. Everybody?
Just Lavika's on. She's at the front.
That's not foreboding at all.
Oh no. Join the club, dear. It's a great place to be.
Don't I still have a roll from back time somewhere? No? Okay.
No.
That would be a natural one.
Oh
Natural
no.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got nothing to reroll it.
Okay.
You unfortunately don't notice as the plate you step on decreases ever so slightly.
Great. Great.
And then it crumbles beneath you. And you immediately begin to fall.
Okay.
Make a dexterity saving throw to save yourself.
Okay. I have advantage because danger sense.
Mhm.
Do you?
Yes. 17.
17 is the success.
Oh jeez.
You drop. I imagine your weapon already drawn, being on edge.
Yeah.
You quickly, like at a 45-degree angle as you're falling, jab it into the ground and hang on to it. As unfortunately, the downside of being incredibly strong is having an incredibly dense body.
Yep.
Which does not bode well in a temple that has been floating, that was not designed to float. As you look down, and all you see is dark.
Oh shit.
Even with your dark vision, it just stops.
Uh-huh.
Right. Do you want to carry my broom if you're leading the way?
You know, sure.
Right.
You know, let me just get back up real quick. Yeah.
If you would do me a favor, the look is on.
Uh-huh.
Oh shit.
Move yourself back by 5 feet. I'm going to put a little square over that to be as like a damage wall.
Oh.
Remember also to bring Galvin with us too.
I got it.
I'm just dragging his ass.
Right.
Pretty much. Really, it's more like Drac is just like has one hand on his shoulder. I was like, it'll be fine. It'll be
So
fine. He just walking
Here.
him along. Why do I feel like Galvin just like moment that he hears that jumped right into Drac's arms?
He definitely, not in your arms, but he definitely grabbed hold.
Drac is just like look at him, just be like,
I'm
I
okay.
thought you were made out of sterner stuff.
Cool.
Usually by myself.
Yeah.
Levegazon,
Uh-huh.
you successfully catch yourself and pull yourself up.
Up onto the other side.
Yep.
Oh boy. Okay. Whew, there's a trap there. Don't fall into
wouldn't have-
these.
Just for context, you don't get the sense it's a trap. You get the sense it's just where
Age.
this land has been lifted.
Cool.
Age.
Cool. Okay. You know what we're
Right.
gonna do? We're gonna be
What?
smart about this. She's gonna take her javelin and just start whacking the ground as she moves forward.
Okay.
Just like, I don't care about this javelin. Fuck this ground.
Well, we will take that into consideration for next week's stream. I think this is a really good place to take the pause.
Just watch Meg have an absolute heart attack as Zon starts falling.
Oh yeah, and I chose my words
I was
specifically
just-
on that success. That is the success. Welcome
Oh,
to
boy.
a high-level dungeon crawl, everybody. I
Woohoo!
hope you're enjoying yourselves.
High level, we're level 8.
Yeah, high level. think in consideration to you're in tier 2 play.
Yeah. True.
Yeah,
But-
level of 1 part of the calculation, guys.
To all of our lovely viewers out there, thank you so much for hanging out, tuning in, and having fun. We hope you had a blast watching and listening. And until we see you next time, please stay safe, have fun, especially with this weather and these hurricanes. Please, please, please stay safe. Take the advice given to you if it's time for you to evacuate. Go be safe. We want to make sure we can continue to have fun and give you great stories. But as
We
always,
want you here to enjoy and create chaos with us.
we want you here. We want you safe. We want you to always have your snacks. And please have a great night. Good night, everyone.